I wanna rock. I want to rock. I wanna rock. I want to rock. Turn it down, you say. Well, I gotta say, use time and time again and say no. No, 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 no. Tell me not to play. Well, I gotta say, use when I'm to play and say no. No, 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 no. So if you ask me why I like the way I play it, there's only one thing I can say to you. I wanna rock. I want to rock. I wanna rock. I wanna rock.
Hey everyone, welcome to review time. I be slip and I got my body back. I got my body back. Yeah, boy. So I'm going to go ahead and start my review. I actually did this review before, but a series of bad decisions and crappy computer programming led to me losing the video and a bunch of other crap. So I had to redo the video again. And today's video is going to be on this, or specifically that right there. The MP-2, MP-4 commander package that has the MP-2, I believe it's MP-2 gun. Well, it's got the MP-4 roller, and it's got a Magnus gun. Now, the colors on the box here are not the colors that are inside. We'll get into that more. But this is done by, this is copyright 2008 Artist Toys. I don't know how they can actually claim copyright to something that's actually not theirs. This is definitely a ripoff. This gun right here, this roller here, even though Takara did not release them in masterpiece size, they did release them in, let's see, in hybrid style size. They released it in G1 size, etc., etc., ad nauseum. So yeah, so what you do get in here is, and there was a piece of tape covering this. It says http www.artisttoys.net, and there's an email under it. Don't know why that was covering it, but whatever. So, and I'm going to be reviewing the MP-10 as well. So let's go ahead and get this guy out of the frame for the moment. And we're going to go ahead and move this guy out of the frame for the moment. As a matter of fact, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take out the corresponding bits so that we can do a comparison. Now, when you got the G1 Optimus, you got a roller that was either gray or blue. Mine was blue. Mine is the mine is the 25th anniversary version. But there have been quite a few releases, and generally you get either a blue one or a gray one. And you get this. I used to think this was a gas whatchamacallit. And looking at the way it's curved and everything, I would think this would probably be more of maybe a blowtorch or something of that kind of thing. So you get that. Now let's open this up, and you get this, which looks really nice. It's gold. I would rather have been silver, but even gold, this looks pretty darn good. So you get the nozzle, the spray thing, whatever it is. Kind of weird. If you look at the original, Get roller out of the way. If you look at the original, you see the handle's on the top and this is facing down. If you look at this one, it's like they corrected it where the handle is facing in the right direction. But aesthetics-wise, you can see they're a lot alike. There's a little bit molded differences there, but for the most part, you can look at them and see that they are pretty much very similar. You know, same shape, slightly different sizes and grooves, but yeah. So that's that, and you can of course take this and plug this in here, and then have that willy-nilly over there. We'll take this gun out. The gun is about as long as the roller figure, the new one. Now, I'll show you the roller figure. That's the new roller figure for the MP. And you can see, holy cow, this thing is much bigger. It's almost twice as big. And it looks like, it actually looks like you could fit Dark of the Moon, what do you call those guys? The little guys in there. Let's do a size comparison. Let's grab, okay. Here is the new Deluxe Bumblebee, the RID Deluxe Prime Bumblebee. And we'll put them on top, and you can see that roller is longer. Roller is actually, well, if you just go with the main body, they're about the same size. So, and roller is actually, I think, wheel to wheel, roller is actually taller. So, yeah, there's that. Let's see. Whoops! Things are just flying all over the place. Here's Generations Warpath next to the roller, humping the roller, and again, Generations Warpath is slightly shorter than the roller is. So, I was wondering where I put that thing. Let's see. Still not enough for you? Okay, well, here we have Transformers Cybertron Deluxe Size Skywarp in, well, not in vehicle mode. And, okay, so he's longer. Well, he's longer if you don't count these little stick things, which they kept for some reason. I don't know why, because there's no purpose for it. So, yeah. He's fairly, well, it's fairly big, and you can take this and plug this in here and have it running around. Unfortunately, you can't plug any of the guns into this hole because they don't have round pegs. You can't do the MP, you know. You can rest it on top of here if you want to, or stick it in here like this and drive it around. It actually looks pretty okay. So, oh, let's take G1 Prime. And you can see that he's almost as long, you can see it's almost as long as G1 Prime if you don't count these. If you count these, it's longer. So, yeah, let's get on with the review. I don't have all day. So, we'll get the MP Prime back in here. There we go. And he does look fairly nice next to MP Prime. I gotta pull the camera back because now I'm too close. You can see I'm on the floor. But he does look looks nice next to MP Prime. You can put him inside the trailer. Unfortunately, the trailer does not, stay closed very well. And you can see there's another roller in here. This is my roller. I made it out of Spider-Man, I think it was Mega Bloks. So, I like my roller a little bit better only because he has the red and blue that matches Prime's red and blue. But aesthetic-wise, and I kind of like that he doesn't have a cockpit. Mine doesn't have a cockpit. Just kind of rolls around and does his thing. But, yeah. So we'll take that guy out of the way. And we're going to close this up for just a minute. You can have... pardon me. Hopefully I won't flash you with a boob. Let's take this and put this back up. You can have roller loosely pull this thing around. It's, you know, just like I think the original one could do it with the, no, I don't think so. No, the original one couldn't just pull it around, but you know, whoops. Oh yeah, that's right, I clipped the missile off, never mind. Move that out the way, you can see. So he can do that. That's ridiculous looking, but he can do that. Get this guy out of the way, and we'll get this thing into base mode because we're actually going to review this guy too. Now, you know what? Let's move this out of the way. This is MP-04. This is Masterpiece Convoy. This is the Japanese version. I don't have MP-10. I will someday, but right now I don't. And let's get it to focus. It's pretty nice looking from the front. It looks pretty good. It's recessed a bit here. That looks a little odd, but it's still pretty good. It's lots of die cast. There's no doors here. It looks like they could have made a door here, but there's no windows here, and yeah, it just looks a little weird. And in the back, just kind of looks like legs folded up, but it's still pretty cool. Let's see. It has suspension. You can see working suspension. It's fairly nice. You can see all the rivets and the details and stuff. I will say that MP-10 does look like a truck better than this does. I shouldn't. It does look more like a truck, and I misplaced the piece here. I know where it is. I just haven't had a chance to go get it. That piece always pops off. Not a big deal. But it rolls really nice, has nice thick tires that say Formula, and I can't read it from here. Let's see. It says Formula Desert Dock. I have no idea what that means. It must refer to something that I am missing. I don't care. But it rolls nice, has nice chromed hubcaps. This is chromed. It looked much better years and years and years ago. I've actually had this in a box, and it looks a little worn, but it still holds up really well. This is a beautiful toy. With this toy, you could bludgeon a kid into a coma. With this toy, you could bludgeon a whole race into extinction. No, but seriously, if you wanted to hurt people, you really could. You could kill people with this. Seriously, and I'm not even joking. And if you do that, you cannot blame me. I did not put that into your head. If you're that weak-minded, screw you. So, yep, that's pretty much it. Size comparison. There is the MP roller on the back of MP-04. We'll get this out of the way. Here's the trailer. It's very reminiscent of the G1. It does have a kickstand right here, so you can have it just standing there looking all trailery like. You want to turn it to base mode? Not a problem. Just come under here, flip these out like so, and look at all that detail. I mean, look at that detail. That is beautiful. This is all beautiful. See this chrome bit right here? But you can't see this chrome bit right here? You're going to push it down, and that will cause the foot to go down so that you can balance this thing. And the same goes here. Push it down, and there. Now it's on 3s and 4s, and now you can open this thing up. So what you're going to do is open the doors in the back, which open like a regular truck does. Pretty cool. And you can't see it because now I'm too close. It opens up pretty nicely. You can open this up and then it becomes a ramp. You can roll roll things up into it. I think you can roll. I think this will hold. What do you call them? Alternator Binaltech size figures. So anyway, transformation to base mode is simple. You just open it up, and that's pretty much it. And I have to move the camera over there. Nope, still have to move the camera over. And there we go. There is base mode. And now you can see there is weapon storage for your MP Prime, MP-01, 04 Prime things. You've got, there's a storage space over here that's for the gun that comes with it. I have the gun in a box, same place with the little piece thing. And I can't be bothered to dig it out. I don't have as much time as I would like to do so. I will post one of my older reviews on this figure, and then you can just go and see it from there. We have, right here, we have a G1 Megatron in gun mode, complete with itty little Decepticon symbol, if I can get this camera to focus. Yeah, right there. Itty bitty Decepticon symbol. There we go. It's got nice detail. It's got a nice scope. I mean, it looks like a gun. I mean, you can take all these bits off. All these bits do come off, so you can take it off and just have it as a regular P. Walther, like so. When you put it in Prime's hand or any other bot's hand, you usually have to extend it like this, so this way it's thin enough for them to grasp around it. So let's get this back together. So there's that, and it stores nicely in the trailer. That's awesome. I love when there's weapon storage. You also have Prime's Energon Axe, which is made out of translucent rubbery plastic. It rotates on the base. It's shiny. It's clear. It's cool. And then you got this thing. Now, almost everybody's video who I've seen calls this thing Teletran 1. Teletran 1 was the computer inside of the Ark, or the spaceship that came in. This thing, which you cannot see now, is not Teletran 1. This is the drone that lives inside Prime's trailer that you've only seen. I've only seen him once. He showed up in... It was in the one of the first 3 episodes he showed up. It showed up. I think it was the 2nd or 3rd episode. And it got blasted to smithereens. Now, according to the comic book, if you destroy this component or the roller component, Prime feels it. If you destroy Prime, they all die. Yeah. So anyway, it goes up and down, ratchets, rotates on the base. The arm here rotates. There are guns underneath. It has a graspy hand right there. Graspy. So it can hold things. The joint's a little loose there. I don't know what to do to fix that. I don't really care. It's got this radar thing that does spin, but it doesn't spin like it used to. And there's actually a handle at the end so that Prime or Convoy can grasp it and use him as a gun. You know, pew, pew, pew. So there's that. And the cockpit does open to reveal that, which you can't see because we're too far away. Let's see if I can just move this in a little bit more. Turn it sideways more so you can see it. And you can see there's a nicely detailed. Can't fit anything in there, but it's nicely detailed anyway. So that was that. And okay, now we've got them into base mode. Let's now we can put, let's see, what will we put in there? We can put this a little bit taller so that we get a better idea of where everything is. So we can do that. And we can take an Optimus Prime and put him in there. This is the Voyager class. You can see it pushes, no, the leg moved. There we go. It's a Voyager class Prime. who doesn't like to stand. One of his legs is very loose. So, and you can see I gave him Revenge of the Fallen. Dark of the Moon Sideswipe's gun, because Dark of the Moon Sideswipe no longer resides in this residence. You can take a roller, put it to the side there. Hell, why not take both rollers and stick them in there? So yeah, now we've got 2 rollers, looking pretty spiffy. Let's see, what else can we put in there? We'll take the Walmart exclusive Sideswipe. I forgot what movie he was going to be from, but I know he was one of the like the Dark of the Moon or Hunt for the Decepticons redos. The one that he comes with the 2 guns. I found the 2 guns, and we'll put him right here once we get his legs to stand. So we've got that. Looking pretty darn spiffy. Spiffy. I like it. I like it a lot. So we've got those guys in there. So we're going to take this Prime here. We're going to transform him. And why not? We've got everybody else in here. Take this Prime and stick him right here. Hell, just move this over. We can stick his trailer inside too. See? G1 Prime's trailer. It fits in there. Looks spiffy. Looks nice. Yeah. Looks nice. Looks great. So, yeah. So it's pretty sizable. You can see the size of it. I've got all these figures in there and still have room for more. So, we'll take him. We'll take this and we'll just stand it up like this, and that's how you turn it into repair bay mode. You just stand it up. Yep, you just stand it up just like that. And it's a tall thingamahooey. Again, so you get an idea of the size. We'll put this little, this is the Voyager RID Optimus Prime, whose robot mode looks very spiffy and whose truck mode looks kind of gimpy. And you can see that he is really sharp, man. Here is G1. Here is that Sideswipe, and hopefully no side boob, but if there is, oh well, you just have to deal with it. Yeah, so you can see, and here's a G1 Earthquake that's pretty much killed everybody. Here's a G1 Galvatron, so that you can see the size differences. Now, some of you might be wondering, hey, how come you're not reviewing that G1 Galvatron? Well, he's incomplete at the moment, but he is groovy and gravy, and I got him from Greg for Mercy, who I would like to once again thank. He actually offered to look for a scope for me, and I said, nah, dude, you gave me a great price for what it was, and that's groovy. And look at that, he's huge compared to the original Prime. That's crazy. So, get these guys out, and we'll put the rollers here, and I'll just leave that there for now. And I'm going to pause the camera for a bit and bring back the main man, who's not really the main man because we were actually reviewing that little guy over there, but yeah. And back from the jump, here we go, and there is Prime. Well, actually this is Convoy, but in any language, by any name, this guy is bloody awesome. Oops, and that's my name. This guy's bloody awesome. He stands really tall. Here is the G1 Galvatron. Here is G1 Optimus. Here is RID Voyager Optimus. Yeah, they look really tiny next to him because they are really tiny next to him. Unfortunately, I don't have an MP Megatron, so he has no one who's really in his size class aside from, in my collection, aside from 2 Unicrons and a Darth Vader Death Star. Actually, I think he's taller than the Darth Vader Death Star. But he's really cool. He has a ball-jointed connector to the head, so you can swivel, rotate, look up and down. You can move the antenna forward, backwards, any way you want to. The arms rotate at 360 at the shoulder. They go up and down, tilt back, rotate here. Have working pistons. And I don't know if you can get the full effect of the working pistons. Let's try that again. For those who've never seen it, there are working pistons on his arm. He does have finger articulation, only at the knuckle, of course, but still. So you can sort of say, it's like, come here. No, come here. No, come here. He can grab things. Let's see. Rotates at the waist, and that may just be because of transformation, but he still can do it. These parts here are like they're flaps, they're skirt flaps. You can see the leg. He can rotate all the way forward. It's a ratchety rotating, rotate, ratchet. It's a ratchet. You can go all the way back. It rotates here, goes out all the way to the side, so you can Perceptor kick. Yeah, I know. It's old. You can bend at the knee, pretty much all the way over if you want to. And again, working pistons. See? Let's see. And his legs, his feet, you can pivot them a bit. And they do sort of pivot backwards like that. I mean, side to side like that. Yeah, so he's pretty cool. So you can get some poses out of him. Unfortunately, the poses you can get are a little hard to pull off because he's got so much die cast in him that he's actually a little too heavy. He's got die cast in the legs, and that's always a good thing. He's got die cast in the chest, which is good, but this is the part that makes him a little heavy. But his feet aren't really. They're on ball joints. Ball joints is never a good thing for heavy figures because it doesn't really support it too well. If you tip it backwards, he tips too far backwards. A lot of times, more times than not, he'll end up tipping forwards. But you can get great poses out of him. And yeah, so now let's go with the gun component of that new set, which is this one. Now this, I can tell you right now off the bat, this is very solid, very solid feeling, but it's also pretty light compared to his original gun, which is a good thing, as you're about to find out. You take this, wrap his fingers around, wrap his thumb like that, and guess what? He holds his gun pretty good. It doesn't come out. I mean, I had to pull it up for it to come out. It doesn't. It holds. Look at that. It's holding well. It's not flopping out. Now it flopped out, but the old MP, if you so much as looked at it wrong, the MP gun, it would fall right out. So you've got that. That's pretty darn spiffy. Let's see. You can take the Megatron gun, and he can, of course, hold the Megatron gun, as I told you before. In any of the Megatron gun modes, you can just slide it in there, close the finger around it, and he holds it pretty well too. But then again, it's not really that heavy. So you can do that. So you can reenact, if you want to, that scene in that where they have the little, and I don't know, the energy football bomb thing that's about to explode, and Megatron transforms into the gun. Prime sticks it in the barrel somehow. I have no idea how. Magic mass shifting, and it shoots out and explodes. So yeah, there's that. You can also take this out, and I know a lot of you are like, well, dude, we already know this stuff. Yeah, well, you know, there's some people who don't know, so shut up. If you know it already, just skip to the end. Skip to the end and buy yourself a damn roller for your MP Prime if you ain't got one. Put the fist like that. Now we get to use the Energon attachment. And hopefully I put it the right way. Yeah, I did. And there, it attaches very well. It rotates so you can, you know, you can do different things if you want. You can pop it right off if you don't really want to have it on there. But yeah, you can do stuff. So you can have Prime just like, I'm going to shoot you and then blow you up and then cut you to pieces. So. And then there's just the issue of trying to balance him. Which, my Prime is drunk. So, there's that. And he's very spiffy. I can take the guns and stuff out now. And I'll show you some of the hidden little things, which are only hidden if you haven't read the instructions. So he does come with a matrix of leadership, which I am trying to get this thing to... I'll zoom in. And you just open up his chest, like so. Open up his chest like so. And now, this is the way the chest is supposed to be with this flat gray sticking out. I don't like that. I usually have it tilted the opposite way. Not tilted, set the opposite way. So it's like this. So it's nice and shiny. That's what I like. But anyway, you can flip that up. And there you can see the matrix of leadership, which does come out. And he does hold it. I'm not going to do it. And there's this button here. Now, I took the batteries out of this. But if you press this, this thing would light up really well. Maybe I'll put a video clip that shows that later on. But yeah, so there's that. Then there's this, which is also pretty cool. I'll turn the arm this way and flip this up, and there you can see he's got a little view screen, communicator view screen, and there's actually little buttons and things in there, and Megatron there. Not sure why Megatron is there. Maybe this represents when he was Megatronus, and that was no, this is G1. There was no Megatronus. And then we can do the same thing over here with this guy, with this hand. Flip this up, and there we have, ooh, me Grimlock on little screen. Me Grimlock like. So yeah, you got Grimlock. And I think, no, that wasn't the, was that the order? I think that might have been the order, like, no, because I think Starscream or one of those came before him. No, I don't know. I don't remember if, I think this guy, no, this guy wasn't the next one over. But anyway, yeah, you got the little beep boop bops there. Let's see, did I forget anything? And then he's got some really great eyes.
Yeah, that's my review. That's my, should you get this guy? Yeah, you should get this guy.
Death is the right of all sentient beings.